Coming up next, it's Sports Late Night, always an eye-opening experience. Eric Hansen and the Red Sox stare at their possible future come October. Would Bell and company reach out and touch them? The Rockies get Friday night fever. Bet you didn't know Tony Manero played baseball. And who says the O's have nothing to do with the postseason? Anybody thirsty? On the grid, we volunteer to scratch a certain 24-year itch. And when Emmett speaks, does Jerry listen? Sports Late Night is all ears, so tune in. We'll keep an eye out for you. A show so packed, it'll make you...
Hello, welcome to the show. I'm Mike Galanos.
And I'm Larry Smith. Glad you're with us on this Friday night. We've got lots of stuff up ahead, football stuff. Well, Emmett Smith talking. He wouldn't talk yesterday, but he's talking tonight.
That he is.
But first, we got a little baseball, and what's up with the Orioles?
The Orioles. Which Oriole team would stand up? Baltimore, they play a good one, 6 bad ones. Sure, there was excitement when Baltimore's Cal Ripken Jr. broke Lou Gehrig's record, but the team has been a Jekyll and Hyde story, just mathematically alive in the wild card race, while New York comes in tied for the lead in that chase for that last playoff spot. The O's trying to give the Yanks nightmares with that 3-4-5 punch of Ripken, Bonilla, and Palmeiro. The Yanks' Sterling Hitchcock unraveled early. Hitchcock, one walk there, misses wide to Brady Anderson, and up and away to Cal Ripken Jr. A career-high 9 walks for Hitchcock. Then 2 men on for Rafi, and Rafael Palmeiro just leans on that one. A 3-run jack, his 36th of the year. Baltimore up 3-zip. Scott Erickson. This is like in the Scott Erickson of old when he was with the Twins. Getting some defensive help here from Cal Ripken. Spinning, wheeling, and dealing. Now Baltimore back to the muscle. Bobby Bowe. The leg kick, and it is gone. Bonilla with his 4th career grand slam. The Yanks as a team, they've given up 8 this year. That's a team record. Baltimore rolls 8-1. The O's made the most of their 5 hits. Yankee pitchers helped the O's, walking a season-high 12 batters. On the other side, Scott Erickson fires an 8-hitter to pick up his 11th win. So Seattle could take over the lead in the wild card race with a win over Chicago. All right, now watch this sloppy play by Dave Martinez. After an out at first, he overthrows the pitcher. Vince Coleman scores. Seattle up 2-zip. Now it's 2-2 in the 6th. Lyle Mouton with the leather. Nice slide and grab. Still 2-2 in the 7th. Vince Coleman again. Turning on one. The RBI double scores Luis Sojo. 3-2 Seattle. Bottom of the 8th. Runner at third for Chicago. Nobody out. Jeff Nelson. K's Frank Thomas. In comes Lee Guterman facing Robin Ventura, and he waves at that one. Now there's 2 down. Still the runner at third. Now it's Bill Risley, and he just blows away Lyle Mouton. Great relief pitching. The bubble hasn't burst for Seattle. They win it 3-2. Vince Coleman with 4 hits. He reached on a walk and stole 2 bases. Said it was a game of the year for him. The Mariners jump a game ahead of the Yanks in the wild card race. Seattle has won 6 of their last 7. The Rangers started the wild card race a game back. Texas at Detroit, and that's the Tigers. Chad Curtis, the nice diving catch. Then it's Cecil's turn. Cecil fielder over the big boy sign. His 31st of the year, 250th of his career. Tigers up 2-zip. Now to the 5th. Mike Pagliarulo gets it a little closer. This solo jack off Clint Sadowski makes it 2-1. The Tigers hanging on with some defense. Steve Rodriguez, Rob Pudge Rodriguez. Detroit wins it 3-2. The Tigers snap Texas's 5-game win streak. The Rangers now trail Seattle by 2 games in the wild card race. Cecil hit his 250th career homer, but says a trip to the playoffs or World Series would be much more gratifying. Larry.
Well, still, the best race in baseball is showing no signs of letting up. Like 2 thoroughbreds coming down the stretch, the inexperienced Rockies look like they're up to the task. Tonight, the Dodgers went into St. Louis a game behind the 3-year-old franchise, facing a Cardinal team that's conquered 6 in a row and now can boast a new Major League record. How about it? Ozzie Smith, the record, 163 double play number 1,554 for the Ozmeister, a new Major League record for double plays by a shortstop. Nice job. Mike Piazza at the plate. Nice job there, too. Count that as number 29 on the season and a 5-3 Dodger lead in the 7th. 8th inning we go. Mark Sweeney at the plate trying to bring David Bell home, and that'll get him there. The shot to center field. It's a 6-all game. Eric Karros facing Tom Hinkie, and for the first time all season, Hinkie gets tagged with a decision as Karros drives in the game-winning run. The Dodgers hanging on. They've won 8 in 11. Karros, 15 RBIs in 14 games as they chase the Rockies in the West. Speaking of Colorado, well, the Marlins would like nothing better than to play the role of a jealous sibling visiting their expansion twin. Terry Pendleton to strike out to end the first inning. Pendleton doesn't like it. He tells him about it. and then he tells him to take a walk. Why not? Gary Sheffield. The solo shot to left field, top of the third, and we're tied at 1 apiece. Seventh inning we go. Marlins with a 3-2 lead when Joe Girardi will put one up the middle, just past the outstretched hands of the defense. 2 come home, and the Rockies go on to win and hang on to their slim 1-game lead over L.A. Colorado 3-9 in mid-August, but now 9-3 in September as they are looking good. Final road trip for Andre Dawson, but it won't be one for the family scrapbook, I guarantee you. The 41-year-old who says he'll retire at season's end was arrested for fighting with a valet at a downtown Denver hotel early Friday morning. Among the few details available, Dawson will be back in town for a September 28th court date.
Well, it looks like it will be tip-off as usual for the NBA. The owners voted 24-5 to approve the new collective bargaining agreement. On Tuesday, it was revealed the players gave the thumbs up to the plan that will bring labor peace through the year 2001. Now, the NBA's 2.5-month lockout will be lifted on Monday. 2 keys to the new agreement. The salary cap is higher. Teams can spend another $7 million building their teams, and rookie contracts will be limited to 3 years. Camps are set to open October 6th, and the regular season is scheduled to begin November 3rd. So all's well, except that Mitch Richmond has filed an unfair labor practice charge against the league. The Sacramento Guard's suit claims David Stern's threat to delay the season was illegal and had an influence on the decertification vote. It's not clear when there will be a ruling on Richmond's complaint. Back to Monday, the lockout will be lifted. It lasted 2.5 months. Expect some movement. Some players, B.A.J. Armstrong, we expect to be announced that he's heading to the Warriors. Kendall Gill to the Blazers, among others.
Yeah, also some draft picks, some young guys wanting to get paid as well and pay for all those Armani suits they wore on draft night. Got to get that taken care of, too. But hats off to the NBA for getting it done, something baseball still has yet to do, and we're still waiting for them to do as well. Speaking of baseball, we've got more of that to come on Sports Late Night. As you count your bags of munchies for Saturday afternoon, we're here to lend a hand. Leave it up to a precocious sophomore to believe that he can break the jinx of the swamp. October's still half a month away, but the Braves are doing some early scouting for the postseason. We'll have an update on that. And Emmett Smith says he has nothing but love for Dion. But what does he have for Jerry? Could it be hugs and kisses or obscene gestures? We'll find out if you stick around.
I can't fall asleep.
I can't stay asleep. Try Nitol Quick Caps to fall asleep fast and get a good night's sleep. Get Nitol Quick Caps.
Nitol will help you get yours.
Men, is gray hair sneaking up on you right under your nose?
It is sneaking up on me. Here, too.
You need Just for Men gel. Brush in and in 5 minutes, rinse.
It's the sure thing for a natural look.
Just for Men gel.
How do you know? Who do you trust? What do they really say? Only one long-distance company gives you written proof that your business saves over AT&T. There's no question about savings with MCI's Proof Positive.
Well, sure, my business is saving with AT&T. At least I think so. I feel that we are. I'm sure that we are. How would I know if we weren't? I don't think we'd know. I don't know if we're saving.
There's no question about savings with MCI's Proof Positive.
I'm dead. I got 47 boxes to ship out by tonight.
Easy. FedEx shipping software. It's just point, click, and ship.
Really?
Bramwell thinks I'm working my tail off. Just point, click, and ship. Take a long lunch. Point, click, and ship. Play a little golf. Point, click, ship.
FedEx shipping software is so easy. Just point, click, and ship from your own computer.
Mr. Bramwell.
I'm dead.
You're dead.
I'm dead. You are really, really dead.
For free shipping software, call FedEx.
Welcome back. A surprise from the University of Southern California. Cheryl Miller has resigned as the women's basketball coach. Miller led the Trojans to a 44-14 record and 2 NCAA tournament appearances in her 2 years on the job. The former Trojan Hall of Fame player said she has a once-in-a-lifetime position in a different career. Reportedly, it's in television broadcasting. In the past, she has worked as a commentator for ABC and ESPN.
Well, he won't deliver a win one for the Gipper speech, but Lou Holtz will be back in South Bend, Indiana in time for Saturday's game versus Vanderbilt. The Notre Dame coach underwent a 4.5-hour operation Tuesday to remove pressure on his spinal cord, but remarkably is recovering well enough to go home early. Holtz will watch the game at home on TV. He'll wear a neck brace for 6 weeks and will have to find something to do other than coach the Irish for at least 3 weeks.
Well, the SEC has the headline game in college football this weekend. Number 4 Florida hosts 12th-ranked Tennessee. Both are 2-0, 1-0 in conference play. The Vols and Gators are battling for the SEC's Eastern Division title. Paul Crane has more on the showdown at the Swamp.
Florida has won 3 of the last 4 SEC championships, 2 in a row, and to make the kind of impact it wants on the national scene, the Gators are looking for 3 straight. But Tennessee's aspirations have risen as well.
We got to beat them to win the SEC championship. Plus, if we want to win the national championship, we got to beat them too. So I think we just got to be real prepared and just real focused going down there. It's a must-win. We can't go down there, we can't tie, can't lose. It's a must-win game.
To win the SEC championship, this game's very crucial. As important as any we'll play all year, maybe the most important.
Each team's offense is thought of first. Tennessee led by sophomore quarterback Peyton Manning, coming off a career performance against Georgia. While Danny Werfel gets the start for Florida, already well aware of the quick trigger finger belonging to Coach Steve Spurrier. But Florida believes it's more than just pass, pass, pass.
In the past, they've been questioning our running game, and we've gotten a lot better at that, I think, and it's going to open up the passing offense, no doubt.
Tennessee would like to avenge last year's loss in Knoxville, a 31-0 trouncing. But to do so will mean winning in one of the toughest places in all of college football, Florida's self-proclaimed swamp, where the Gators won 23 in a row once Steve Spurrier took over in 1990, before Florida State stopped that streak in 1993. Then Auburn a year ago, the only win from a team in the SEC.
I don't think there's any mistake to the swamp. It's the same size football field as any other, and the people in the stands, they can't be on the field and play, so I don't want our kids looking at it any other way.
As you play in the SEC, you better be prepared to go on the road and play in hostile crowds. And I hear it's loud down there. It's kind of my first taste of of what a big game on the road is going to be like.
It's like 55,000 college students screaming at you, from the first quarter to the fourth quarter. So it's kind of hard, playing in Gainesville. But I think if you can't get ready for this game, you can't get ready anywhere.
Tennessee had better be ready. This swamp is Gator infested. Paul Crane, CNN Sports.
Well, besides Florida versus Tennessee, the SEC also boasts an Auburn-LSU clash. For more on those games, plus a look at the problems at Nebraska, join Bob Lorenz and Danny Sheridan for college football preview Saturday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Then Sunday morning, tune to CNN for your first look at the USA Today CNN Coaches Poll. Sometime after 11 a.m., Bob Lorenz will unveil the new poll during NFL preview.
But back to baseball. If you ask the Braves or Reds, a wild card lies in a deck, not in the future. One's assured of, the other is close to a divisional title as they get their last look at each other before October. The first of 3 riverfront, little pregame activities, not the usual kind, but then again, not everything's always usual at Riverfront. Why not? Tim Pugh, the unusual assist to Barry Larkin on the 6-3 play to get the out. Tim Pugh victimized later, the pitcher, the chop bunt. Rookie Eduardo Perez starts the 2-6-3 double play just like that, making it look real easy. John Smoltz making it look not so easy, overthrowing second base on the force play and getting Santiago and Boone to end the inning. We're tied at 1 going into the 7th inning when Perez will go deep. His first ever major league hit. Perez making the most of a rare start with several Atlanta regulars on the bench. John Smoltz, 11 Ks in the victory, 1 shy of his season high. 2 wild card hopefuls in Montreal, Astros and Expos. Craig Biggio, only the 4th man fourth Astro that is, to ever hit 20 home runs and steal 20 bases in the same season. He gives Houston the 1-0 lead with that one right there. Problems for Will Cordero and FP Santangelo in the field as well. Squeeze the glove, boys. 2 hands. Squeeze the glove. Tied at 3, top of the 7th with Philippe looking on and not liking this. Derek May, the pinch hit shot down the right field line that would score the go-ahead run as Houston stays 2.5 behind the Dodgers for the Cards. A breakthrough night for Will Cordero at the plate, that is. A 3rd inning sacrifice fly was his first RBI since August 6th. To Shea we go. Jason Isringhausen gave up 13 hits, but only 1 run as he wins his 5th in a row. The Mets escaped the East Cellar for the first time since July 24th, and at the same time dropped Philly 4 back in the wild card chase. Cubs got 4 in the 8th at San Diego. The Pods helping out on 2 of them with a bases-loaded walk and a wild pitch in the first of 3 at the Murph. And the Giants snap a 3-game slide with Matt Williams' 2-run single in the 10th. One word to the Bucks, who have lost 9 of 10. Hang in there. Only 16 days left.
Coming up, more from the NFL. Drew Bledsoe had a tough go last week against the Dolphins. This time he will test the 49ers secondary. We'll preview the battle by the Bay when we come back.
Sleep deprivation. 70 million Americans have experienced it, but you don't have to. Try Maximum Strength Sleep and All Soft Gels with the sleep aid preferred by 7 out of 10 doctors. Sleep and All Soft Gels help you fall asleep fast.
This could be your arm. This could be your chest. These could be your shoulders. This could be your thigh. This could be your stomach. This could be your back. This could be your body. This could be the way. The Soloflex Muscle Machine. Call now for a free brochure.
Make the right call every Sunday morning with NFL Preview, hosted by Vince Cellini and analyst James Lofton and Ron Meyer. For a full hour of coverage 1 hour earlier than the other guys, turn to NFL Preview. Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern on CNN.
Cowboy owner Jerry Jones better not put that checkbook away just yet. He just unloaded $35 million over 7 years to nab Deion Sanders. Included in that is a signing bonus near $13 million. $13.6 million is what Emmitt Smith makes over 4 years. The All-Pro running back is in the 3rd year of that deal, and yesterday, Deion asked Emmitt if he was mad about the money. Emmitt said no, but today he told the Dallas Morning News he expects Jerry Jones to renegotiate his contract after the season. Jones says he will do what he can to keep Emmitt in Dallas for the rest of his career. Well, many thought Sammy Smith had Emmitt Smith-like talent at one time, but the former #1 pick of the Miami Dolphins is out of football and in trouble with the law. The former Dolphin and Bronco running back was charged Friday with the intent to distribute cocaine. Police say the 28-year-old had 15 pounds of cocaine in his car. Federal and local authorities describe Smith as the biggest catch in a 4-month sting operation near Orlando. If convicted, Smith could face life in prison.
Well, the San Francisco 49ers are surely looking forward to November 12th when they can take their best shot at Deion and the NFC runner-up Cowboys. But for the time being, it's upstart New England. The Patriots hoping to prove themselves against the champions. As our Nancy Newman reports, dousing the neon lights in the Bay hasn't quenched the fire of the 49ers.
The players who went out there and won those games should get the recognition that they deserve. The Eric Davis, Tim McDonald, Merton Hanks, all of those guys. You guys didn't give them no respect, and that pissed me off.
That was then. Now the 49ers are out from under the glare of primetime lights. Straight ahead is a date with a Patriots team trying to bounce back from falling to a Miami side on a mission. The Dolphins rolled up 406 total yards last week. As an encore, the Patriots' 18th-ranked defense must try to corral Steve Young.
I think it's the kind of defense that we'll face that, you know, like the Giants of old, like Bill Parcells of old, it's going to be a bend and not break.
You know, he presents a few more problems because he's so mobile. I mean, there's one element that you don't have to worry about when you're playing against Marino is, you know, he's probably not going to run too much. But this guy runs all the time and seems to enjoy doing it.
Steve Young continues to be an old hat at finding the end zone. 2 games in, last year's Super Bowl MVP is the #1 rated quarterback in the NFL. Bledsoe's troubles have come in the red zone. He's yet to throw for a touchdown. Although he's hit the airwaves 98 times, he's rated just 24th, but undoubtedly dangerous.
He's got extremely quick delivery, very strong arm, very confident will throw into a, ball just big enough for his football to squeeze through. And the man could be covered, as I've indicated, and he just zings it in there. It's miraculous how many times he completes passes when the receiver's well covered.
The Pats D was outdanced by the Dolphins receivers last week. Sunday, Maurice Hurst will be looking at Jerry Rice.
You have to know that this guy is going to be going all out every play, and obviously you're going to have to really be at the top of your game in order to have a chance.
He gets open, he has speed, he has that burst to go get the ball, he has the great hands, very smart. It's a combination of everything that makes him what he is.
For the Patriots, this marks the end of what could be the toughest stretch in their schedule. While for the 49ers, get by New England, and it is not inconceivable that it will be an undefeated San Francisco team that arrives in Dallas November 12th. Nancy Newman, CNN Sports.
The first place to hear more about the Pats and Niners and everybody else during Week 3 is right here. NFL Preview, Vince Cellini, James Lofton, and Ron Meyer will kick it off at 11 o'clock Eastern Time Sunday morning. The Eagles quarterback controversy among the hot topics at hand. Later on, everyone's watching TNT to see the Cowboys try to go 3-0 against the Minnesota Vikings, kicking off at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Pro Football Tonight begins your evening at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Still to come on the Late Show, a clash of Titans in Cleveland, Bell and Vaughn in a show of power. This battle of bragging rights is next after we take a better break.
There's a lot to think about when you're driving a car. That's why before they designed the I-30, Infiniti videotaped the eye movements of test drivers. Then they used these videos to help optimize the placement of controls in instruments, so that when you're driving an I-30, the road is what you tend to see the most. It's just one of the many features on the I-30 that deserves a closer look.
Men, is gray hair sneaking up on you right under your nose?
It is sneaking up on me. Here, too.
You need Just for Men gel. Brush in, and in 5 minutes, rinse.
It's the sure thing for a natural look.
Just for Men gel.
Every Saturday, college football takes the field. Catch all the action with host Bob Lorenz and analyst Danny Sheridan, bringing you the first look at the teams, the players, and the key matchups on College Football Preview. Today, 11:30 Eastern on CNN.
That tarnish on the Angels' halos is from worry. The American League West leaders' 5-game lead is their slimmest since late July, with wild card hopeful Kansas City coming in. The Royals struggling to stay alive in the hunt for October, but Gary DeSarcina, working out that torn thumb ligament, says he will play a game, but he's been out 39 games. Tonight was the Joe Mateo show, taking Jim Abbott that is to right center. His third home run of the year, 1-0 Royals. 3-zip Mateo. Going for it again, and why not? Jim Edmonds thinks he's got a bead on it, and does. The great catch in center field to save the 3-run homer. Kevin Appier, for once, was on fire. He's had his problems during the season since that great 11-2 start. For the 4th time in the game, he K's Tony Phillips. In all, 13 strikeouts, just 3 hits given up, only 1 walk in the complete game shutout for Appier as the Angels fall to 4 of their last 7. And again, trying to hang on in the West. We go to Cleveland, Red Sox and Indians, maybe a prelude to the ALCS, possibly. Albert Bell, prelude this. 38th of the year. For the moment, the sole possession of the home run lead in the major leagues. Coming off Eric Hansen in the 4th. Mo Vaughn, would he respond? They're battling for the lead. Alan Embry will walk 2 to lead off the 8th inning, and then facing Big Mo. Yeah, that's right. Scratch your head and pray and hope it's answered. And for Mo Vaughn it was. The 3-run home run to tie Bell, his 38th. Bell would hit one later for his 39th, but the Sox, it is, got 5 in the 8th as they lower their magic number down to 4. There's Albert Bell's home run, his 39th of the year. Sox looking towards their first division title since 1990, though. The Indians, however, break a season attendance record. They boast 52 sellouts, 47 in a row. Milwaukee at Toronto. Cito Gaston and the Jays just playing out the string right now. Defense, though, the theme for the Jays tonight. Ed Sprague, the nice grab to rob Jeff Cirillo. Brewers, though, what is one good turn deserves another. Fernando Vina, nice diving stop up the middle to get the force at second base. But this game would go to extra innings, tied at 1, when John Jaha would break the deadlock finally in the top of the 15th with the 3-run homer, 4 runs in all in the inning as the Brewers get the 5-1 win. Milwaukee had lost 13 of 16 coming in, but they get the victory as they get the win 5-1. Also, Minnesota at Oakland, the A's in last place in the West, but still not out of the wild card chase as they chase the Twins.
Well, now it's time for our proof positive play of the day and the hole-in-one. We take it to the BC Open. This is Willie Wood at the par 3 14th. From 201 yards out, he yanks out the 3-iron, and Willie is good. Willie Wood, a couple of hops and home for our proof positive play of the day.
The day brought to you by MCI Proof Positive. When it comes to long-distance savings, there's no question about it. How do you know? Who do you trust? What do they really say? Only one long-distance company gives you written proof that your business saves over AT&T. There's no question about savings with MCI's Proof Positive.
Sure, my business is saving with AT&T. At least I think so. I feel like we are. They tell us we are. How would we know if we weren't? I don't think we'd know. I don't know if we're saving.
There's no question about savings with MCI's Proof Positive.
These days, more and more people are doing things they never imagined before. People who never imagined a minivan could drive like a car are driving the Mercury Villager. People who never imagined how much fun driving could be are driving the Mercury Mystique. And on September 28th, we'll introduce a car that looks and feels unlike any you ever imagined.
To Endicott, New York, second round of the BC Open. John Daly just munching on a dog. Shot a 73, missed the cut, but had a good hot dog. 17, Tom Kite, the flop shot. Didn't have enough flop on it. But Larry Rinker at 17. The chip for Bird. It's home. He missed the cut as well. Let's get to the leaders at 18. Brad Faxon with the approach. He knocks it tight. He shot a 68. He is tied with 5 other golfers at 7 under par.
Yeah, the good thing is it was a good hot dog. That's the most important thing. Our parting shot from the Murph, we go back to Jack Murphy Stadium and show you what happened in the 8th inning. A real bizarre incident. A fox roaming around the field for several minutes and delaying the game for several minutes. In the top of the 8th inning, he had nowhere to go, nowhere to hide, and really didn't care to. He just wanted to run around for a while and delay the game. Why not? I think he just wanted to play. And you can't fault him for that. It's the will, it's the desire. He's not getting paid any money. He's out there anyway, giving the folks the money's worth. And after all, that's what baseball and America's worth. It brings it to you, right?
Great moves out there.
Yeah.
Great
She
moves
plays
out
football, too, man.
Yeah. Speaking of football, big action tomorrow. Ohio State, 10th in the country, taking on number 18, Washington. And, of course, the big one at the Swamp, Tennessee at Florida.
The Gators are 30-2 under Steve Spurrier. Only a Bowden-led team has won at Ben Hill Field. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Thanks for joining us. I'm Larry Smith.
And I'm Michael Lamas. The news continues on CNN.